Hi Scorpio, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you are new to my channel. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Scorpio Tarot reading. Scorpio Love Tarot, Scorpio Love Reading. A reading where we're going into their feelings for you. Thoughts, intentions, what you might need to know. Don't see coming as anyone making a move. Let's take a deep dive, Scorpio. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Scorpio. Please show us the cards. Aho. The Ten of Wands is in reverse. Oh, this wanted to go first. The Empress is here, Scorpio. Let's see what else is coming through, but the Empress wants to be your overall energy. I like this, and I'll tell you why in a moment. The High Priestess is also here. The Three of Pentacles is here, yeah. Yep, this is what I thought. This is someone you're waiting on. And what exactly are you waiting for? Because look at our Three of Pentacles today in the deck I chose for you at the Tarot Closet. The two owls are sort of facing each other, looking like they're having a pretty intense conversation. It's a coming together energy. It's like talking here, working things out, building things or rebuilding things. There's a third owl here who's sort of like, okay, go ahead and speak. Seven of Pentacles is in reverse, and it's where their energy is really strong, Scorpio. It's a Venus and Taurus energy. You have one foot in, one foot out the door. You're waiting on this person. Are you waiting for their feelings about you or feelings about the future, or is it both? This Seven of Pentacles energy, this is Venus and Taurus. And right here on the other end is the High Priestess, right in the partnership placement, Cancer, Major Arcana. Also here with the Empress, Major Arcana. What's being revealed? What are decisions? What decisions are coming in that are around an intuitive energy? It's definitely around waiting on this person. But I really like this energy of the Empress coming in because, wow, yeah, getting out of the Hangman. Hangman in the upright, King of Pentacles in the upright. Because this is a lot of emotional honesty, availability. And here's the thing, I feel like somebody's ready. That hasn't been. Wow. The Emperor is here in reverse. Yet, also really validating actually, because the Page of Wands is here in the upright, connecting to where their energy is strong, but also kind of who you're waiting on. The Emperor in reverse is a validating energy around some immaturity emotionally, you know? And that's super validating around our Page of Wands coming in here in the upright. Connected to this energy of you waiting. It can be a factor around, it's like a student energy. That's what I want to say. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is my idea, you know? Okay. But the Emperor is in reverse, and it's just really validating what kind of energy this is, because that's an energy of imbalance. It's an energy of some ego. It's kind of how we got here, and we're looking at both of you here, and it's not about gender and it's not about the signs, but we are looking at the Emperor and the Empress both here. The imbalance around this person is quite strong and really clear, and the thing is, the Emperor is connected to the World card as well as the Devil energy. They're all connected together in the root chakra, and this reversal is just a really strong energy, in particular with our Ankh here in reverse, of imbalance, and it's around the future. Because somebody's coming in here in the King of Pentacles energy, which is not quite the authority by any means of the Emperor. It's one of our four kings under the Emperor, but it's in the upright energy, and it's here with the Three of Pentacles. It's like the movement is going on here. And I would say definitely here in the Empress energy, because this is an energy of somebody who's ready here for more. Are you still here? Because the Hangman is also this energy of waiting. This is around timing, and it's definitely a feeling of Yeah, like uncertainty that's here. There's indecision here. There's inaction here. You can see it. So is it about just revealing feelings to you? Is this around revealing feelings about the future? What does that mean in the King of Pentacles, the Empress? Well, yeah, it can be around commitment energy, whatever that means for you. So getting more serious or moving in, marriage, we could be even looking at a family energy here. You've been waiting on somebody. It's really clear this person that you're waiting on has been indecisive. There's lack of action here. Is there something that needs to change as well? But getting out of indecision, it couldn't be any clearer for me. Not just kitty cornered, here with the High Priestess, but really directly connected. So this timing energy and getting out of here and making this decision, because that's the other thing. You're also here. And it's connected to the Ten of Wands in reverse, the first energy coming down on the table today. And that's possibly an energy of, yeah, I'm just really sick of waiting. And this is the thing I want to tell you as well around the timing, also with the Empress, You're here when you're meant to be here. So trust the timing on that. Oh my gosh. This is so clear. Look, this is where you go when you come out of the Hangman. It's the Death card. This has been in just about every reading this week, I want to say, and I'm not surprised. We're about to go all planets in direct, okay? So you're here when you're meant to be here, whether it's while I'm channeling for you here at the Tarot Closet, which, by the way, is the only place you should be. This is where I release my readings on my verified channel on YouTube, nowhere else. So you suspect my content anywhere, any other platform, on YouTube as well, with those static videos with a voice that's not anybody's, if you know what I mean. And you hear just enough to go, that's Chris's readings, because it's pretty unmistakable, my readings. Let me know. Keep letting me know. It really helps. I really appreciate that. And what I wanted to say is you're here when you're meant to be here. Trust the timing on that. I'm your messenger, and while I'm here, I am channeling for you just at the tail end of Mercury retro shade under Aries. And everything going direct, we are coming out of indecision, lack of clarity, hidden truths and feelings, misunderstandings, and we're getting into clarity, we're getting into movement here. And it's just been really clear. This person getting out of here, literally the death of their ego, because it's really strong here. It's connected to who you're waiting on. But it's also really validating that you have one foot in, one foot out the door. Maybe you're even not anymore. Or you're planning on not waiting, because that obviously could also be you getting out of the Hangman energy and going into the Death card and saying, you know what, I'm done. Connecting with the High Priestess, intuitive energy around what it is that you want. The decision, trusting your intuition around the decision you want to make. I would say channeling and shape-shifting into the Empress energy around creation and new beginnings, should that be the direction you're going. But I want to tell you, it's been really clear here. King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Empress, the Page of Wands, and now the Six of Wands. That somebody, and again, the Death card, somebody is getting out of ego here and breaking a silence, making contact. What they have to say, you want to hear, Scorpio. What is it that you want to hear? It's interesting. I'm reading, as you can see from my owl deck today, the Eight of Pentacles is here. And owls are Scorpios. Eight of Swords is here. What have they been, oh my gosh, what have they been holding back here? Owls are Scorpios. They can hold back a lot of emotions. So that's the other thing. If you are here in the High Priestess, connected with the Eight of Swords, which is really validating around somebody who's been in their head, kind of put themselves there. If that's what you're wanting to know, they are coming in a emotionally available way. So what they have to say to you, I think that's, again, something that you want to hear. The Page of Pentacles in reverse, struggling with that. Judgment. Boy, is that clear. The Star. When I say clear, pun intended, clarity against the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Four of Swords in the upright, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Four of Wands in the upright. My gosh, the Ten of Swords is here. This is definitely an energy of make or break, Scorpio. I want to validate if you can see them at the wedding, if you can see them at the concert, the event. Yeah, definitely. And there, again, there might be some kind of third-party energy there around your communities, friends, family, co-workers, whatever. The Seven of Swords. Right here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And that's where their energy is strong. I will tell you, it is a coming in energy. What there is here is somebody who wants to make amends. And that's really strongly connecting also with the Three of Pentacles. Somebody wants to come together. What they have to say to you, you want to hear. Maybe it changes things, maybe it doesn't. Because I kind of feel like you hold the cards. Again, the make or break energy is really strong. Somebody was either not telling the truth. I think that's pretty strong, actually. Seven of Swords in reverse, but also the Queen of Swords here in reverse, getting us look into the Four of Swords, connecting with the Page of Wands. So you could say a lie by omission or saying something that wasn't true that got everybody here either in this pause or if you are literally not together or in some kind of discord, whatever the case is. That's also what's being revealed here is the truth. Somebody's been holding that back. Somebody does need to make amends. They are coming in a sincere way. However, there's definitely an energy here. And I can't say what I want to say. Sick of it, you know? So for some of you, it can be like, yeah, okay. But maybe you're not here for it. And that's going to be really specific around you because that's the other thing about the Death card, the Ten of Swords. You might be there already, but we could, again, make or break kind of energy. You can even see it look in our Three of Pentacles today. The way the owls are looking at each other. Like everybody wants to be heard. But this is somebody who should have, I feel like, stepped up a while ago and they didn't. Page of Pentacles in reverse energy. So it's clear there's a struggle around what's been going on with the relationship. This feels like it's about the past. What I do like is that they're coming in a King of Pentacles energy in the upright. That is a lot more practical and solid kind of energy. There is still some ego here. But it's also really clear, like, they kind of have to get over it in order to have this conversation because I feel like otherwise it's not really going to work for you. But it's our messenger as well, and there's a struggle around that. So how long have you been in a pause, a break, or not talking? Because it's gone on longer than it needs to, and it's definitely connected to the Emperor energy. Judgment is here. Yeah, here's the thing about judgment. There is a big fat apology in here. There is. And there's an energy here of like shaking it all out, like shaking out the rug, airing everything out. Reconciliation or closure, make or break. It is really super clear. It's like final decision kind of energy. Clarity. What's the purpose here? What does everybody want? You want the truth and clarity here. And that's coming through. It's strong. Are you still here for it? Did you want it and you don't anymore? Whatever the case is, if you're faced with seeing them, you're probably going to get that apology anyway. There was some impulsive behavior here that kind of got everything here, but I also feel like there's impulsive energy around how they're coming toward you. I want to validate if this has been, for any of you, if this has been around friends, like physical or platonic, maybe even both. That's very validating, like wanting to know how somebody feels. And somebody who did run and you never really got clarity or an explanation, because some of you might already be in that Ten of Swords, but is what they have to say, is this going to change anything? Because again, there is this energy coming through for me. It's a higher vibration kind of energy. And it's sort of like Well, again, it's the death of the ego energy, and it's something has changed around them. It's like a second chance energy. So I'm wondering also if there's been something in there, in particular, if it's just their ego, what is it? But they're waking up. They're coming in here to apologize. It's really clear also with the star. And pun intended, with the clarity, the renewal, the healing energy, but also the hopeful energy. It's right here with Judgment. The star leading us to the Six of Wands. This person getting over their ego, I feel like, in the Five of Wands. Working on coming here. Eight of Pentacles, so Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Here you can see the Seven of Pentacles are in the upright. And below it, you can see the owl here is shining like the eighth one. Which still has that energy of some ego. It's like they're taking their time, polishing it. But working on the communication is really clear. There is a little bit of fear, but the fear is connected to the pride and the ego, because that's really strong. And again, this Four of Wands, if you can see each other at something like a wedding, but it is a coming together energy. There is a reunion energy around that. We can see the two owls. You know what's funny? I think I've actually said that they're roosters. I'm reading from the owl deck for you, which again is you, Scorpio. It's your energy, an owl, Scorpio. But the two owls here, like seeing each other, communicating. Four of Wands connecting right to the Three of Pentacles. It could go either way, really. Make or break kind of energy, reconciliation or closure. The bottom of the Oracle deck, Sphinx, Ancient Wisdom. You know what that connects me with, which is here, kind of under the cards in the partnership placement, is the High Priestess. So the information here. But this is also connecting me to the Chariot. And you generally need to answer the riddle, you know, around that Moon and Cancer energy, emotional blockages in order to get it moving. And that's somebody in that energy of moving in the Chariot. It's like taking an action, and it could be literal that there's travel here, but for me, this is just really clear that somebody needs to apologize. It's pretty big, actually. Castle alignment. Wow. Look where it is. So that's the other thing I do want to validate, that somebody, I feel like this might be more than an apology if you're up for that. Because it's kind of like I'm ready now. I wasn't before for whatever reason. There's an emotional openness and honesty that does come through. Again, whether it changes anything or not. But we're looking at Castle alignment. So in alignment, we're looking at the Four of Wands, the Three of Pentacles right below the Empress. And now we're looking at hand reciprocity. So it's literally the reaching out energy, but that's exactly what you think. It could also be connected for some of you to marriage, whether that's somewhere you were heading, was on the table. But the reciprocity energy also is connecting me to the Six of Pentacles, which is what you may be tired of waiting for in the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Is it too little, too late? Oh my gosh. Because yeah, look, balance is here. And this connects me with justice, making it right. That's really clear for me. Definitely making it right, but it feels like it's more. Because they are coming in a balanced way, and that has not been the case. The truth is coming out. The yin-yang energy. Again, our Emperor in reverse, our Empress in the upright, the imbalance around who is giving more, saying more, doing more is clear. The imbalance around them. But coming in here and being clear and apologizing is also really clear. It's just, where does that lead? Where are you at? You know, what do you want is the bottom line. Horse action is here. More validation around the Chariot energy. Horse literally taking action, which, by the way, there's a lot of humility, particularly in this brown horse for me. And it's somebody who really wants to do the work or make it work. It also connects me to, in some ways, to the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow moving, and it is leading up here to the Four of Wands and alignment. So somebody is like, I don't know, something around the timing of not only coming in here to make it right, but ready. Is it just, again, is it too little, too late? Look, Emperor energy has been uprighted for me. Ram leadership. Right below the Empress, the move. Yeah, this is more than that. Look at this. The last two oracle coming in. Rose and promise. And bird information. This is definitely more than an apology. Is somebody coming in here to make a promise? It sure looks like it. Our messenger here, literally carrying the information. We see it in the horse, the ram, the sphinx, justice, the hand, reciprocity. I kind of almost feel speechless, Scorpio. So these two roses here, they're full. And of course, they're connecting to the romance here. There's one that's kind of open, and then there's one that's still the possibility. I kind of feel like that's the fourth rose. And that's the four areas of support and stability, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. It's alignment. It's connecting with alignment with the star, the horse. So it's sort of like this has to happen first before anything else. What they have to say is extremely important. And obviously where that takes you is important, and that's between you and your God, your goddess, divine, spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What does that mean for you? So we're going into this higher self energy. We're bringing in some tarot closet channeled love messages. The bottom of the deck. This is so not surprising. Strength card in reverse energy. I'm afraid to contact you. It's also impulsive around our Knight of Wands in reverse. It's right in between hand reciprocity, like you can see a hand reaching out, bird information, right below Sphinx, ancient wisdom, leading us to the ram, leadership. You were so good to me. So if you can see each other, it kind of has this energy of like trying to work up the courage to walk over to you, maybe even talking to other people before. Look what's here. We belong together. On the Empress. The counterpart is here, the Emperor. In reverse, though. It can be a power couple energy when it's working, but it can also be pretty powerful when it's not. Give me time. It's here with the Wake Up and Star. And on the Eight of Pentacles, that somebody's taken their time shining this eighth pentacle. You're my biggest wish, Scorpio. That's the star energy. You deserve so much more. Yeah, you do. Right here on the Seven of Swords in reverse. Making amends. I am so lost without you. So really validating to whatever extent some of you are totally not talking. Some of you might be in a pause. I could listen to your voice all day and night. Is that connecting us with somebody who uses their voice for hobby, for work, music? Yeah, but oftentimes we just like the sound of somebody's voice that we love. And look at the last two messages coming in, Scorpio. My heart is yours, and I really want to see you. If you can, it's definitely on the table. It's connecting here with the Six of Wands, the horse, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hangman, that Pisces energy, time in getting out of that. Yeah. Beautiful Scorpio, that is your reading today. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet. Until next time.